What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to Royal Dunks. You know what it is. Let's get right into the NBA news. Make sure to subscribe for more basketball content, and thank you for being here. So we're gonna start off with a pretty unique news because CJ McCollum has released his first wine. Now I'm underage, so I don't even know what this means. I don't know why NBA players release wines other than to make money. So I'm not really sure what's going on here, but I mean, it sounds cool, so that's why I included it. And next, we have another fun news. Sean Livingston has become the Director of Player Affairs and Engagement for the Golden State Warriors, which he has played for multiple years and contributed heavily on the Warriors dynasty, winning them multiple championships. And not just him, we have Leandro Barbosa becoming a player, coach, mentor for the Golden State Warriors as well. So they've got that, alumni network thing going well. And I'm really proud of those two guys. I mean, I grew up watching them play for the Warriors, and so it's been really cool to see them get a new job. They played for them for a very long time, so I'm proud of them. Next, we have the Ringers releasing a NBA mock draft for the 2020 NBA drafts. People are speculating that the drafts might happen around November. It'll probably not be in person, definitely not. And so yeah, let me bring you up the top 3 prospects that they've drafted. And so we have Anthony Edwards for the first pick. Not really surprised. I've heard a lot of concerns about his defensive efforts, but his talent is obviously unmatched. So I'm very excited to see probably the Timberwolves drafts him to pair him with Karl Anthony Towns. So it'll be a very cool front court to see what happens. And next we got this name I can't even pronounce, so I just apologize. Danny Avdija. Now I've seen his draft reports very lightly through the Ringers as well. And I mean, he looked like a grown man. And obviously, we've seen Luka dominate the league coming from the European leagues. So I'm excited to see what he's going to bring to the NBA. And I don't really see whoever drafting him regretting it. Let's talk about the third pick. Now, we all know who LaMelo Ball is. He's basically the same age as me, I think. Or even younger, which is crazy to think about. But LaMelo Ball, I mean, he's got probably the highest upside, but also the lowest downside as to what he will become as a player. Because everything is relative. LaMelo, he's going to get drafted very, very high. So he will have tons of expectations. He might be a solid player, but that will not be enough. If he's drafted top 3, you need to become a superstar, like Jason Tatum. And other than that, I think the order is pretty solid. For the next news, we have the Coach of the Year, Nick Nurse, signing a multi-year deal with the Raptors. Obviously, they're really happy to have him. And yes, they had Kawhi, we know, but they didn't win a championship with this guy. And he has a winning record of winning championships everywhere. And so I feel like this is a solid choice. He is not scared to experiment. He is not scared to take a risk. And so far, that has led him to a huge success. So I applaud the Raptors for signing him, and we'll see what happens. Now, let's talk about Game 7. Let me know in the comment section, who's going to win today's game? The Nuggets or the Clippers? Whoever wins is going to be insane. If the Clippers win, we'll be so pumped for the LA matchup in the conference finals. And if the Nuggets win, they'll be literally the first team, I think, to come back from a 3-1 deficit and twice in the same postseason. And so that'll be crazy. And just imagine the field day that the NBA fans will have if the Clippers end up losing this game. It'll be insane. People will not let this go, especially for Paul George. And I think if the Clippers lose, his leadership will be in serious question. But man, we gotta take some time to credit the Nuggets. They've been historically amazing. Now, yes, they've been down 3-1, but that's kind of what we expected. We didn't expect them to bring Clippers to Game 7. And so Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, everyone in the Nuggets, great job. And good luck to both of you guys. I don't care who wins because I think it'll be exciting either way to see either of those teams face against the Lakers. But personally, I feel like this Game 7 is going to be crazy. Again, let me know what you guys think. Who's going to win tonight's game? And also, if you like the Celtics Heat series more, let me know who you think is going to win that Game 1. And speaking of the Celtics, I just want to take some time to talk about Marcus Smart because I feel like he's very underrated. He does not stay still, unlike other players. if there's a word for him, it will be activity, right? He literally is everywhere on the court. It does not show up in the stat sheet, but people know how valuable he is, especially the Celtics. I think they recognize, how good Marcus Smart is actually. And so for the last news, we have protesters blocking buses outside the NBA campus, demanding help from the NBA players. Now, I won't comment on this because I feel like there's a lot to discuss or a lot to unplug, but I just want to say one thing. I feel like a lot of NBA fans are holding LeBron James in a double standard. Now, what I mean by that is if LeBron is doing something on the court, right? People are telling him, man, you need to do something. Like you need to be helping. You need to be active. When LeBron has already been active and has been doing so much for the movement, whether it's political or social, like he's been doing both. He's been doing all. He's been doing whatever he can to help. So when he is playing on the court, you guys bash on him because he's not doing enough while he's playing basketball. But when he tries to do something good outside, all you guys are saying is how much he should not be bringing politics into sports. So which one is it? I'll never know what his intent is, or I'll never know what he's actually doing, but at least from what I see, it feels like he's trying his best. And maybe he could be doing more, but so can you, and so can me. We could all be doing more. And so I feel like we should just calm down a little and try to get some perspective of how much we're taking LeBron for granted. Not only is a super athlete, superstar basketball player, he's doing, he's taking on his role of leading for all of these, activism and social movements. And he's building schools. And yes, as long as you're famous, there will always be something bad about you. But I feel like we can just focus on the positive and appreciate what he's been doing at least, He doesn't have to be doing any of this. He could just be playing basketball and making tons of money and not care about anything. But he's taking his time, his efforts, and his money to, help whatever he wants to help. So I feel like that's fine. And yeah. So thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to leave a like, comment down your thoughts on any of the news that I've mentioned, and I'll reply to all of them. And make sure to have a nice day, y'all. Enjoy life, and thank you again. Peace out.